This story doesn't waste time at all. From the very beginning, you're thrown into a harsh, street controlled environment where survival means everything and power is the only language people understand. At the center of it all is this man, a street king in every sense. On the outside, he's feared, respected, and untouchable. People obey him, not because they want to, but because they're scared of what will happen if they don't. But the moment you step into his home, everything changes. That same man who controls the streets can't even control his own family. There's tension, distance, and a clear lack of emotional connection. And you can already tell this is not just a power story, it's a family story. Then Cecilia returns, and honestly, her entrance changes everything. She doesn't come back as the quiet, obedient daughter. No, she comes back bold, confident, and completely unafraid. She talks differently, carries herself differently, and most importantly, she refuses to bow to her father. That's where the real conflict begins. Because for the first time, this man meets someone he cannot control, and that person is his own daughter. What makes this even deeper is that Cecilia isn't just being stubborn. You can feel that there's pain behind her attitude. She's not just rebelling for fun, she's reacting to years of emotional distance. To her, her father isn't a hero. He's someone who chose power over family, and that hits hard. On the other side, the father genuinely believes he did everything right. In his mind, he sacrificed, worked hard, and even sent her abroad to give her a better life. But what he doesn't understand is that providing money is not the same as being present. That disconnect between them feels very real. You can actually relate to both sides, and that's what makes the story powerful. Now let's talk about the street itself. The ghetto in this story is not just background noise, it's alive, it's tense, it's unpredictable. You see how people are forced to pay, how fear is used as control, and how quickly things can turn violent. It reflects a system where the strong dominate and the weak survive however they can. But then, something unexpected starts to happen. After being challenged, not just by his daughter, but by the situation around him, the father begins to crack. You see moments where he starts questioning himself, and that's not something we saw at the beginning. That shift is very important because real change doesn't come from comfort, it comes from being confronted. And when he finally realizes that fear is not the same as respect, everything starts to change. One of the most powerful parts of this story is when he begins to make things right, not with words, but with actions, helping people he once oppressed, taking responsibility, and trying to rebuild what he damaged. It doesn't feel forced, it feels earned. At the same time, Cecilia also begins to soften, not completely, but enough to show that deep down she still wants a relationship with her father. That balance is what makes their story believable. It's not perfect, it's not overnight, but it's progress, and that's real life. By the end of the story, what started as a tale of control and rebellion turns into something deeper, a story about growth, understanding, and second chances. It shows that being strong is not about how many people fear you, it's about how many lives you can change for the better. And sometimes the biggest battles are not on the streets, but inside your own home. This story leaves you thinking about one simple truth. You can rule the world outside, but if you lose your family, what have you really won? Alright guys, that's it for today's review. Thanks so much for watching all the way to the end. I really appreciate your time and support. If this story got you interested and you want to see how everything fully plays out, make sure you head over to IK Ogbonna TV and watch the full movie for yourself. Trust me, there are even more powerful moments you don't want to miss. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing movie reviews like this. See you in the next one.